Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome from hello from Best Western, somewhere in the middle of South Dakota. Yeah, so I didn't bring my lights. Hopefully the Wi-Fi will work for us here today, and we can get this over going through. But before we get into the real stuff we're going to buy, I thought maybe I'd share with you my adventures here the past couple days. So yesterday I left from Rapid City and went all the way to Hudson, Wisconsin, where my wife's family lives, and I picked up a boat from my sister-in-law. So we bought their used boat, our now new boat. We're going to sell our old boat, and so we got a new Larson 20-foot 1993 240 horsepower inboard outboard boat. So then, of course, I traveled all day today from Hudson all the way to Madison, South Dakota, where I'm now, where my son is going to be picking my son tomorrow. So it was kind of interesting here because Google takes me here. Right here, this is County Road 4, not Highway, County Road. So that was kind of a fun. Let me see if I can get the right picture. I took a picture. There we go. This is middle Minnesota, farm country all the way through. I didn't get stopped by a Minnesota a tractor in the way, so Minnesota's a stopping point. But here I am driving down these roads, and I'm driving pulling a boat, so I'm watching my gas tank go and kind of going, "Where's town? Hopefully, get to a town soon." So that was kind of an adventure. But yeah, here's the boat that we bought right here, and it should be kind of a cool boat, better than what we have presently, anyway. So we're looking forward to putting it out of the water. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be nice and warm anytime soon. So it might be we might just put it in the water just because. So but right now, yes, I'm in Madison, South Dakota. My son is going to Dakota State University, and I plan on talking about the University of South Dakota at some point. But this is a classic university in Madison, South Dakota, which is just north. Let's go back to that map here real quick. Let's go this way. So Madison is about an hour from Sioux Falls here on the east side of the states. East side of South Dakota, and about 5 hours away from where we're at in Rapid City. Back this way, go. What's cool about Dakota State is that this is called the Beacon Center, and it's a very technical school. They've got a whole room that's a server room. It's really cool seeing. There's just servers everywhere for all the kids to have their own internet access. My son is just got down to the sophomore year. He's taking video game design and computer science. But what they're being known for more is this lab right here. This is the computer cybersecurity lab, and they just built this, and it's one of the top programs in the nation, I'm understanding, for cybersecurity. So it's a really kind of a cool situation right there in Madison, South Dakota. So tomorrow we head back and go back to Rapid City. So, but now that more people have joined here, let's talk about what we're really here to talk about, and that is interest rates. So everybody asking the question, okay, interest rates are going up, so therefore the prices must be going down, right? Everything's slowing down. That's the way it's supposed to work, right? And well, let's tell you a story. So these pictures that I flipped through here show you the home that I listed on Friday. This is a southeast area home on East Centennial, 1,400 square feet. It's kind of got your typical. It's 3 bedrooms. But it's got a master. Look at this. It's got a big old vaulted ceiling. It's not very big in here. I mean, it's but it looks open. It looks big because of the vaulted ceiling, and then a small little kitchen here. But then it's got this master bedroom. You don't find many master bedrooms in Southeast Rapid City with its own bath, and then a kind of a great backyard. And then she did an amazing job painting the three other bedrooms. They're not very big, but they're cool bedrooms that she did a really good job painting on. So this property that I'm sorry, you didn't see any of those pictures. Hang on a second. There we go. Now you can see the pictures. So here's the property of the house. You can see the vaulted ceiling, living room. She did a good job painting it. The floors that she put in were all brand new. That looks amazing. Master bedroom, and then the nicely painted bedrooms. So this house we put on the market on this past Friday. And I actually haven't been doing a whole lot the past couple of weeks as far as actually putting offers in. I've been getting things closed, but there haven't been a lot of new business in the past couple of weeks, which is great for me because it gives me a chance to slow down and rest a little bit. So it was great for that. So I was kind of wondering myself, is okay, interest rates are going up. How is this going to affect things? We put on the market on Friday at around 11 o'clock. That afternoon, we had 6 to 8 showings. Excuse me, and the price was $285. That's what we listed for $285,000, which to me was maybe at the high end of the comps that I could find. So it was, I was kind of like, well, we'll see what happens here. So we had 6 showings the first day, and then on the weekend, I told her, you just go away, and we'll let the agents come, and they'll have a good time. And my phone just blew up. It was crazy. And then Monday, we had an additional 5-8 people that are trying to get in at the last minute. So I think by the time everything ended up, we had like 30 to 40 showings. This just over this weekend on this property, on a $285,000 property. And then we had 14 offers from that. Of these offers, we had a good 6 of them that were over 300,000. Well, one of them was the one that won actually was over $35,000 above asking price for this property. So now it doesn't happen every price point, but in this price point, especially in the between the $200,000 to $400,000 price point, we're not seeing things slow down at all. Maybe on the homes that aren't as nice as this one, they don't get sold quite as fast maybe, but we're still seeing multiple offers and multiple showings even now. So what I'm kind of noticing is it's kind of working backwards than what we're thinking. The interest rates are going to go up. People are like, oh no, I can't buy now. But I think what's happening is there's more of a desperation. It's like, okay, we know they're going to go up another percentage. They're not possibly up to 6 by the end of the year. So let's buy it now. And so we're kind of in a hurry to get something under contract before they go up any further. I know a number of companies have rate lock programs where they're allowing a rate for past 30 days, maybe to 90-day lock. So there's a lot more programs out there to kind of help them move things along, but they've got a time frame. They got an endpoint. So I kind of think that's what's happening here, especially in the price points, that are, most people can afford in that price point, right? So now I think the interest rates in our area will, the people that we're at the bottom end, they'll probably get priced out of the market, unfortunately. And the people at the very end, if we had 40 showings on $1 million property in our area, that's crazy, right? So that would be different. So we don't have that kind of activity up in that higher end. So we probably will see a little bit more of inactivity up on that end as well, because the people who have a little bit more money probably have a little bit more, probably aren't spending it quite as much on homes. But when you want to move and you need to buy a house, there you go. It's one thing or another. So I'm not saying that it's not going to go down in the next few months. But right now it's still hanging in there. Now I've talked with people like I've got a realtor friend in San Diego, California, and he was talking about how homes there are starting to, the prices are starting to kind of soften a little bit. The market's starting to soften because, but their homes are $1 million is kind of your normal price home, right? So that's kind of the way it is over there. But for us, where homes are a little bit not quite that expensive, we probably have quite a bit more people that are able to buy in this price point and are looking to still buy something. When you have to buy a home, you can buy a home regardless. And it also was interesting about these the offer that we got was the fact that there were still a number of out-of-town buyers. What was also interesting to me is so if you were coming to me and I say, okay, we're going to buy this home, I'm going to ask you, okay, how much money do you have to offer this property? And then what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, here's the listing price, seller, and we're going to go up to this point, but we realize that we're going to cover this much in cash if that appraisal doesn't come in. That's called the appraisal gap. So if the home is at this home at 285, I was telling the seller, okay, it's at 285, but what happens if the appraisal wakes up and says it's only worth 275? We want to make sure that the buyer can cover whatever much above that they're asking. And so I'm asking, so a lot of the offers that we got said nothing about that appraisal gap. So if the offer were to come in at 275, that's where we've been stuck in. And then there are other ones that were offering 5,000 or 10,000 above appraisal gap value, and that wouldn't do us any good if it came in at 285. So the one that did win, though, offered $45,000 of appraisal gap. He was going to pay cash up to up to 45,000 if need be for appraisal value. And of course, that one's the one that made the most sense for the seller because, hey, if it does have a problem with the appraisal, we're covered. He's coming with cash, and then we got the proof from him as well, saying that, hey, I've got the cash for and the financing for this property. So that was very interesting to me to see with the offers coming in and kind of where things are at in that scenario. So we shall see where things go in the next few months. Of course, as always, a moving target. But right now, you better come with your cash if you're planning to buy in Rapid City. So I do have some people asking here questions. From Michigan, planning a trip out to Washington. Of course, it's always worth. So a lot of people that I've really enjoyed coming to Rapid City and visiting and enjoying the Black Hills. There's a lot of things going on in the summertime, and a lot of things to do. As you're coming through, you stop at the Badlands, you go see Mount Rushmore. There's a lot of things to do here in Rapid City, even downtown Rapid City with the parks that are downtown and everything. So much to see here. So definitely, I would recommend coming at least by visiting and enjoying what we have here. Lindsay's, I have had a number of people moving from Washington State. So hit me up if you need to have any questions, and we'll see what we can do to help you around here. So if anybody else has any other questions, they're going to shoot them at me. But that's kind of all I have for you right now at this moment. As we move forward with this, I think we'll have. I do have a few things kind of going on. Oh, another thing I was going to say, as I was driving through Minneapolis, because I was going down 494 all the way through Minneapolis, I was noticing so many of the shopping. And I was like, oh, look at all the shopping here. Look at all the shopping there. And I've got a video that I'm going to post hopefully in the next few weeks about. So I took a camera, I put it on my side window, and I drove around all the shopping areas. And so I'll hopefully post that first video coming up here in the next few weeks. But what I was noticing is like, boy, you don't have nothing for shopping compared to the big city. But I was so relieved to get out of the big city. Once I got into the small roads, I was just so happy. There's just so much. The Rapid City has so much more of a laid back feel, so much less of a go rush kind of feel. My sister-in-law was saying how she drove 45 minutes to school and work and back every day, and 45 minutes will get you to another town in our area. So that's something that as I'm going through places and I'm doing these videos, I'm looking at comparisons, right, and I'm kind of seeing how things really are, since I haven't always been in places. But that's one thing I've always noticed when I get out of Minneapolis. I'm always glad to get out of there. It's a good place to visit for me, but it's too busy, too much go, too stressful. I like this laid back of where we're at in South Dakota. Michael, yeah. So right now renting is been difficult. It's almost been more expensive to rent, unfortunately. But we usually will have. But it seems like it's been opening up lately. But sometimes it seems like you can buy a property for about the same amount you could rent some for. But what I have is a bunch of rental links that you can go and you can contact everybody. We don't have a central database of rentals here in Rapid City, and so no one pays me to help you. So you got to go through and call every place, and every place has their own set of rentals that they have, and you got to talk to them about each one of them. And then you got to call the other place. It's kind of a pain, but that's the way things are. But yeah, I mean, a lot of times, if nothing else, coming here for a visit all really helps. I drive you around the city. I kind of show you where things are at. You get to spend a couple of days in the Black Hills. You got a feel for it, and it really helps you find out the places that you like to live, the areas you like to live, and then from there, if you want to buy without actually living here, then we can kind of move you in that vein. But a lot of people do like to rent first to really get a feel of where they're at. But it just kind of depends on where you're at, and if you've got pets or dogs, that's tough on a rental. They're really tough on rental. Very few properties like that. And most rentals right now are looking for at least a year-long commitment. So keep that in mind. Cold weather starts. When does it end? No, so that depends on, I guess it depends on your definition of cold, and depends on the year. Like for instance, in 2013, that was the big snowstorm called Atlas. I think it was the first year they started naming storms. And that was October 3rd or 6th or something like that. And dumped 5 feet of snow. And we had snow the entire year until March. But this past year, I mean, in October was like 50s and 60s most of the time. And really, it wasn't until November that it started getting really cold. And I remember there were other years where I've been raking lawn leaves in my short sleeve shirt on Thanksgiving Day. So in Rapid City, we have cold days, but then we usually have some lighter, warmer temperatures like 30, 40s, and then it goes back down to 20s, and then it warms back up again, and it goes back down. So even just talking with my relatives over here in Minnesota that I was visiting with, they were complaining about the weather over here, and it was always cold and everything. And I was like, well, we've had some good days of 60s, we've had some good days of 50s to kind of make it feel like spring. So typically we'll have a little more of a calmer temperature than like eastern South Dakota and Minnesota. But coming from California, that always is a different story. So yeah, it just kind of depends on your situation. Yeah, it's good for you too, Michael, that you have talked with the lender, kind of find out what they say you can do. Well, I've had other people come and say, well, we can't. We need to probably sell our house, and they talk to the lender, and the lender says, no, you don't need to sell your house. Here's the letter, go for it. So well, best thing we can do is get once you get that pre-approval letter, get a hold of me, and then we can start either hopefully give you a chance to visit, or at least we can start looking at properties virtually and kind of give you a feel for things. And then of course I'll send you those links. In fact, I think I can probably I'll try to post that in the bottom of this email bottom of this as well, the rental links that I have, so you can check those out and kind of get a feel for what you can rent for and what you can buy for. But yeah, I mean, pre-approval is always the first case, especially in this market. We need to have you pre-approved, ready to go, so that everything's ready to go. So let me see if I think I can post I got a new email address. WT@rapidhomesonline.com. Up with an email, we can get started, Michael, and go from there. So. All right. Oh, by the way, happy Star Wars Day. I'm a day late, I know, but hey, it's good stuff. All right. If you guys don't have any other questions for me at the moment, I will get out of here and, maybe eat supper and check with the pool. All right, guys. Have an amazing night. Love you guys. Check out our